Good morning, everybody. This is Morten from Inkish here. For me, it's the second day of LabelExpo. For all the others, it's probably third day or something like that. But this morning, I have the pleasure of starting the day with wonderful Julie Watson from Ultimate. Good morning, Julie.
Good morning.
You look fresh.
Thank you. You also.
That's a lie. I mean, we fake it till we make it, right? No. So we're here at LabelExpo, and I think that, as I say to you every time we meet, I think that it really seems that Ultimate has become more and more visual in this space. It really seems that you're investing a lot of money in the market. Is that true? Or?
Yes, effectively. In the last couple of years, we've invested a lot in R&D, and we've developed extensions to our solution to, tailor even more into new segments like the label industry, as we are here at the LabelExpo, but also for digital packaging and wide format as well.
So does it pay off? Because I mean, everybody talks about these trade shows that they are like too expensive, too little value in that. So here is the third day for you guys. Do you still get new leads here?
No, trade shows are important for us to do face-to-face. We do obviously a lot of online things now, especially since COVID, but it's nice to meet in person. And these events bring, many people from the industry, from vendors and customers. So it's really, I think, important to be here.
And as you said, we are here at the LabelExpo, and I think that people that knows Ultimate Tech, of course, understand that you cover broad range of things within the Ultimate technology. So what is it that we see here on your booth today?
Thank you. So label production, on demand, fast-paced, agile, light tool that can easily integrate to a web storefront or an MIS and create a total automation, hands-free automation, no more operators having to prepare any files. What we find is that in the label industry, there's a lot of manual work, and we're here to help remove this manual work and automating to the press and to finishing, and that's what we're doing here.
I'm not questioning anything you're saying, but I have a question that is a little bit relating to it, because I once spoke to a guy from a digital printing company in Germany, right? And he said to me, but when it comes to labels and packaging, nobody orders really short runs. Is it because the market is changing, or is it just because the technology now is a better fit for actually providing this kind of services? Or?
I think it's changing, and I think it depends on the type of label, the type of product, and also the geographic area, right?
So you see differences in that
yes,
as well?
Yes, and with the digital equipment, the digital print, you have the ability to do the short run and offer personalization and offer things through online storefronts. And you can see now the big brands offering to order stickers, personalized stickers on their storefronts. So yes, there's definitely a trend towards these shorter runs. And also, it's not just the short runs, but it's managing a varying number of SKUs. Yeah. It's making the workflow more complicated, and therefore increasing the number of manual steps if you're doing it manually, and we want to automate.
You have a role of an example, but because this is not just talking about it, you're actually showing here with HP and GM. Is this a typical example of what you're talking about here?
Well, this is an example, yes. Yeah. Perfect example. Orders coming from web to print. This was printed on HP Indigo, and it's finishing on the GM LC350 laser die cutter. And this one is already cut, right? So they're the finished stickers, but we put all the barcodes and marks and automatic changeovers, but this entire roll could be filled with different jobs, different shape and sizes, all dynamic. The software manages dynamically, the finisher finishes it dynamically, so this is really the proof that labels can become much more dynamic.
When potential customers come to Ultimate Tech's booth and see things like this, can you see there's like an aha moment where even the traditional converters start to saying, okay, here are new business opportunities as well?
Definitely. What we realize is a lot of the companies in this space don't have the tools to be able to do this automatically.
So they see the market, but they didn't know how to do it.
Exactly. Yeah. So we're here to show them what is possible.
And this is, of course, an example of what is also broadly referred to as mass customization, because you still produce a lot, but you have just the ability to produce a few of each example. When you look at a role like this one, for example, let's say that it was not for Barcelona advertising, but was like a real job, and you have many jobs on let's say, on one big role. it also needs to be separated in the finishing session. So you have this for customer A, customer B, customer C. Is that also something now is manageable?
Yeah, of course. You know, the separations, the lead in, lead out, all of these things have to do with the imposition, and we definitely can handle. But we can do more than these dynamic labels. We can do extended content labels, you know, those small booklets that go onto pharmaceutical products. We can handle, you know, a wide range, basically, of label work, step and repeat, dynamic, so on and so forth. And even if it's longer run, sometimes it's just managing the batches, right? So it could be a similar shape across the entire roll, but you'll have different batches of SKUs going to different stores. They need to be batched and organized properly. So we could get, like, for example, a big CSV file dump from a MIS system, and we'll completely manage the entire roll for customers automatically, no manual touch points.
Fantastic. In this area of automation, do you see any direct competitor to what Ultimate is delivering?
Well, where Ultimate is very unique is that we're really good to centralize the workflow. Because we excel also in general commercial, mailing, books, etc., labels, wide format, what we find is a lot of customers now are producing more than a single type of application. There's conversions in the market. And, you know, Ultimate InfoStrip can help automate, but also enable them to you know, get into the new spaces without heavy workflow investments.
I was also thinking that one of the things that we spoke about in an earlier interview, but also when we talked to your photo fabric customer, right, was also the fact that today a lot of people were used to buy some kind of imposition software with each hardware device they acquired. And as everything goes to the cloud, it is just an accumulating cost of having that. And I remember you said that one of the let's say, journeys that Ultimate Tech is entering into is basically saying that you don't need that many kind of front ends or so many different kind of tools in your shop. Is that also why you broaden the product portfolio?
Exactly. Customers want to centralize their workflow and have one pipeline going to their various equipment and applications. And definitely, you don't want to have different workflows. It's the skills that you need to maintain all of this and the maintenance of that. So by simplifying, centralizing, having one solution that can produce all of it and automatically is really the best way to go.
And when you look at that mission, because last thing here before we end this interview is like, you have for years now been entirely in the cloud, right? So that is, I guess you still are, I mean, most of your service, or all your services are cloud-based, right?
Actually, a lot of our customers are using our solutions on-premise today, actually. But we do have the cloud version. Customers could scale into the cloud, definitely. So our solution is available Windows, Macs, Linux, Docker. So basically, customer can scale it in their environment, no matter if they're, you know, on Mac servers or Windows servers or Linux servers, it doesn't matter. Okay,
the reason I was asking, I thought that it was a KPI to have that scalability, but you say you can do that on premises, but you have that dynamic scalability when you need the horsepower, basically, right?
Yes.
And that is, of course, so when you buy whatever software version or combination of the modules that you deliver, basically you can still, if you have peak seasons, you can still utilize your software to the max, right?
Exactly. You can start small and scale as you need. And yes, in peak season, a lot of customers just boost their capacity and get maximum performance because they make the majority of their revenues during peak season. So it's all about getting as many jobs out the door as possible, accepting as many orders and getting quick turnaround. And our solution is really tailored for that and for these kinds of customers.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Judy.
Thank you so much.